shit out of shot.
Hello.
Condi, Grog was about to finish the story, and you interrupted him by starting the podcast.
For
So
fuck's sake,
rude.
dude.
I'm interrupting. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. Hi, puppy.
Welcome to Zero Strategy Podcast, episode 36.
Sure. Is it episode 36?
It is episode
You sure?
36. I hope you are all well. As always, I'm joined by my
I'm
co-hosts.
showing 37.
We have the Cyber Project.
Hi.
We have Grog Mode. Oh, we need to talk about that actually, but Grog. We have
Oh
Grog.
shit.
Yeah. Hello.
We have Sir Humps.
Hello.
I definitely didn't forget your name for a second there. We have the Mighty
Okay.
Kibbles.
I don't
Okay.
generally forget you on the daily.
Wow.
And we have our special guest, OBKatieKat. Hello.
Howdy, hey.
Hello, hello. So, if you are new to the podcast, here we talk about all things Twitch and kind of news, updates, content creation,
Mostly
all
DMCA.
that stuff. Mostly the DMCA
AKA
podcast recently.
DMCA.
Oh shit, we don't actually have like a note to
Thank
talk about that this week.
We don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up the news.
No.
No. Yeah.
Well, I have a small funny story about it, but we'll get into it anyway. That's fine. As we always do, we start with just a brief catch up with everyone on the show. Worth mentioning as well, if you're watching this live and you have questions or topics, feel free to throw them in the chat at one of us or at the podcast so we can see it, and we will try and get to it if we've got time. So first of all, Cyber, it's been a couple of weeks since we did the show. How have you been since then? What have you been up to?
Where the fuck do I begin?
The beginning.
I'll give you the short version. I found out I've got a half brother and a niece that I didn't know existed. So yeah, that was a bit of a mind fuck. And one thing that I haven't really discussed with you guys, I am moving to Canada in March.
I knew you were going
Congrats.
to Canada.
Yeah, at some point, but
we knew that was the plan.
not as quickly. But apart from that, nothing. It's been a wet and dreary few weeks in Scotland, so I haven't even been able to get out and do shit. Plus we're on lockdown, so
Fun times. Humps, what have you been up to?
You skip. Whoa.
Well, because I
That
want to
was-
get into a bit of a small discussion
Oh,
with
I
Grog.
got it with Grog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Well, I normally I get like an extra 30 seconds to think about this. It's fine. It's going great. I haven't been gaming because of work. Anyway, no. I've been doing some Destiny. I stream and play when I can, but because I work rotating shift work, it just kind of just depends, and it's just been kind of a bad week. And then my wife, she left me.
Again?
She'll be back today. Yeah, she'll be back today. But she did leave me. And she
Did she take the kids this time?
Oh, she left those little shits too. Man. They're right on the other side of this door. Hopefully,
isn't that where the cages are?
yeah, the cages
For
are
legal
on the other.
reasons, this is
The cages are on the other side of that door too. Don't ask.
Yeah, let's not dive any deeper into that.
There's no padlocks. We're good. But other than that, I'm off for next week's a good week for me, so I'll be able to make up some stuff for goody goods. Know what I mean? But yeah, just chilling,
Awesome.
man.
Good stuff. Kibbles, what have you been up to?
Oh, I'm working from home again, which is real nice.
Yes.
Because
No
yeah,
pants.
the plant. Thankfully, when I go to work, I'm just tucked away in my office. But the plant's at 25% infection rate. So
Damn.
Oh, shit.
they're like, "Hey, you can work from home again." I was like, "Cool."
I'm
But yeah,
kind of
so that's
appalled
been
that
real nice.
it took 25% infection rate for that to
Mhm.
happen.
Mm-hmm. As soon as it dipped down to a 10, they were like, "Okay, come back to work." And then they're like, "Oh, hey, maybe we fucked up."
Jeez.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
been doing that. I'm about to finish another game.
Shut up,
Bullshit.
Kibbles. You need to slow your roll. Pump the brakes.
I
You're
know. All
finishing
those
way too
people
many
that
games.
say I don't finish games. I'm at 56% now.
But you're doing that out of spite.
56.5% after this.
Is that out of spite though?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
just-
It
There's
just
only
goes
some
back
shorter
that
games that I
fucking hate
only
this
restarted,
game.
so I can be
fucking
like,
hate
I finished it.
It's a little known fact that if you look in their yearbook, it just says least likely to finish a video game.
Yeah, and I had to prove him wrong. Every time I feel like I dunk on chat, so it's the little things.
Awesome. And Grog, what have you been up to? And tell us about what the big news, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's not big, but not big news. So I've been playing a lot of Warzone, playing a lot of Cold War stuff. I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk in the next 3 days, 4 days. But Lauren, my wife, came to me
My wife.
last week, last week and a half, and she had an idea that she'd been sitting on for a while, which was actually kind of apt. For those that don't know, like I couldn't just get the handle that I wanted on Twitch, as many can't because a lot of the short good ones are taken. I couldn't have Grog, so for the longest time I used just underscore Grog. And my wife, who's a design researcher and a UX researcher, came to me and was like, "Well, you're not really helping yourself with discoverability because if you type just underscore and then anything, like there are like 20 pages of other accounts that are going to show up before you even come close." So she's like, you just kind of need to focus on like what your actual name is and what you like it to be. And then so we did a little rebrand. So we moved to Grog mode. That way I can say, hey, I'm Grog mode, you can call me Grog. And it just kind of like makes it simpler. So yeah, just a quick little update, but didn't have to change any of my brand stuff, didn't have to change like any of my overlays or anything because I already was like working off of the Grog title. So yeah, things are good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Good.
Glad to hear it. And then yeah, we have our special guest, Kat. So what I would love to do, if you could just give us a little bit. I mean, I know a lot of people already know you, but give us a little bit of the backstory, how you started on Twitch, what you kind of do on the platform, and all that jazz.
Yeah, sure. So for those that don't know me, I'm Kat. I play a lot of Destiny, but it's generally just like fucking about and making some like goofy content where people are free to be themselves and all that kind of jazz. Like there's no what would be the best way of putting it? There's no like judging or anything like that. It's literally just zero filter, full on whack nuttiness. And it's just a case of just everyone just accepting who they are and going absolutely ham. I had a bobble on my arm. But the main stuff I do is I mainly play Destiny and do like end game PvE shit. And it's really all about just like pushing to what you can do and beyond kind of thing, and that's both in gameplay and in just general vibes and stuff. Yeah, but it's very chaotic. Also
We
very
love
well
chaos.
done. Yeah, like I don't know if you guys have been in when a Motherland's been going on.
I'm not sure. No.
No. Right, I'll send you a clip later.
Okay.
Funny as fuck. Unless Dubs is in chat. I think he is. I think I've seen him. Yeah, if that's the case, Dubs, can you grab me a Motherland clip, please? Like, great. But no, yeah. So, yeah.
Awesome. How long have you been streaming for?
I have been streaming since last April.
Okay.
So that is
Months.
yeah.
It's been some time.
In 4 months, it'll be 2 years. But what's it called? I wanted to start doing it when I was watching Redeem, specifically Glad's world's first race of Last Wish.
Yeah.
And I seen that and like seen how his community was and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, I want to do that, but for more widespread and acceptance rather than just chilling and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, you know what, I want to go another step further than that, and that's kind of where the idea came about. And then by April I was able to actually get it going a little bit, or muster the confidence and what I wanted to do specifically. And then from there up until maybe September, I was just playing on PS4. Then Shadowkeep came out. I got my PC and kind of honed in what it was I wanted to do. I was able to, you know, do my social media and all that a lot better. I was doing my own graphics. I was doing this, that, and the other. And then in
So you were streaming on console at first?
yeah.
Did you? I mean, obviously you'd like the change from console to PC.
Oh yeah,
since
I like the change. I like the change. But yeah, it just allowed a little, like I wasn't gonna fully move. I was gonna like jump between the two, but every time I went on PS4 to help people, like they just wouldn't turn up or the stuff like that. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna permanently move. And then when I did, I obviously met up with like some pretty good gamers, and then like we've obviously bounced off each other to get each other's skill levels up and up and up, and then we're at the point we're at now, where we've just started a new clan. But on top of that as well, there was I don't know if you. So I get all my graphics and stuff done by Get Wrecked. They do all my stuff. But they had a live event called the Reactor last February, I want to say, or March, where it was me and a bunch of creators went there. My computer's buzzing. That's great. And they kind of like had one-on-ones with us all and like said like, what is it you want to do? What is it you want to do? This, that, blah, 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 blah. I've got like bloody 10 pages full of just stuff that was getting said. And then from there, I was like, right, okay. They've told me how to refine what it is that I'm doing and kind of cut off the excess, which is unneeded energy kind of thing. So like instead of just putting like, because back then my schedule, right, this is gonna blow your mind. It was get up at 6, get to work away, which was an hour and a half away. So I'd get there for 8 because it'd take me half an hour to get ready and then go. So I'd get there for 8. I'd be working till 5. Then I'd get home at about 6:30, and then it'd be a case of quickly grab something from the chippy around the corner on the way home, and then pretty much stream from like between 7 and 8 start, and then I'd finish at like 3-4 in the morning, and same again.
Yeah, that sounds very
every single
edified.
day.
Wait. Every single night?
Every single night
Oh my goodness.
for like 6 months.
What?
That's burnout waiting
And
to happen.
well, no, it wasn't even 6 months. It was like that until I decided to leave my job when COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna, I'm not going back to that. I don't enjoy the job. It was just a fucking, there's a shit ton of abuse and shit, but we're not gonna go into that. But basically I turned around and was like, I ain't coming back. Fuck yous. Boom. And then went full time. And then, yeah, since then I've just had the freedom to just like do what I fucking want to do. I don't do that schedule anymore. Instead I just do 10 to 15 hour streams on a daily basis. But no, yeah, so I do that. I'll do like YouTube videos before or after or both. It's allowed me to scrap off a schedule essentially and go, fuck it, right? If I want to stream at this time, I'm going to do that. If I want to make a video, I can go and do that. If I want to learn how to, because I didn't know how to video edit, and now I do all my own stuff. I do all with any like promotional posts or anything like that. I usually make them myself as well. So it's allowed me to expand my toolkit kind of thing, and go through everything and like really. And what I really like as well is I'm able to respond and react to pretty much all of my social media myself. It is difficult. But I've promised my community that I will always stick to that. And especially after the past few days, which you guys know what I'm on about, but
You basically destroyed.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. Can you explain it for us?
okay, so
Yeah, for some people that are I don't know. Not me.
Basically.
For people that aren't me and don't have it currently up on my other monitor.
So basically, what it was I posted a picture with my cleavage in, and said, "The world's going to shit. Let's try and spread some positivity by just spamming boob pics." And that happened.
Amen.
And I've been trying to be as hype uppy and like, you know, supportive as possible because there's only so many hours in a day. But pretty much every single one I've managed to stay on top of, every single DM I've managed to stay on top of, and like constant. And then today I did the exact same thing but with butts instead. so yeah, it's been amazing watching everyone like bounce off each other and really hype each other up. And
Yeah, the thread was incredibly positive. Like
Yeah,
people
like
have just been
100%.
like super
even like
supportive.
a lot of the people that were posting pictures, they're like, I don't. You're like, here's a quick one, and then Obi
then
just
that's
run
it
in there and
then,
just like
yeah.
blow it up and just be like, all caps. It's good.
But no, it's great. They're like, because I was like, right, okay, what cheers people up? People like boobs, and then that was the original thought, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and if people don't respond, then I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot. But fuck it, you only live once. And then next thing I know, I was just like, because my phone's always on silent because it's a shit show. But so that happened. We also I put a post out because we were like about 100 followers away from 10K on Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
And I put a post out saying, "Oh yeah, we've got 26 days before the year ends." Because I said a couple of months back, if we hit 10K by the end of the year, I'll figure out something to like say thanks. Because I have no idea how to say thanks like that. But I was like, fuck it, if we can do it, that'd be cool. Because I've only been like literally, I shared a post last October where we hit our first 1,000, and then literally put the post up yesterday and was like, yo, we can get the last 100 in the next 26 days, that'd be cool, and I'll think of something. And then fucking Sean retweeted it, didn't he?
Yep.
And 26 minutes. Yeah,
Jesus.
and so I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go.
Congrats, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then obviously we hit partner the day before my birthday this year as well, which is pretty cool. And obviously we've had the YouTube blowing up a little bit as well, which is
So it's been kind of a
pretty
shitty
good.
year for you, then. That's what you're saying.
Oh no, dude! As shit as a year as it's been, I have had a pretty bomb year. I've enjoyed every second spending it with my goons. They've been absolutely phenomenal, and I know without me, they've said that they wouldn't have had, such a good time, and I'm exactly the same with them. Like without them, I would have. I don't know what I'd have fucking done, but it's been absolutely crazy for me. Personally.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say as well, is that like you're from the times I have spent just lurking in your stream and stuff, like you can tell your community is very close. And I mean, I see your emotes everywhere. Like your branding is so
like this.
It's like it's very much on point with the people seem to really, really connect with that imagery, that brand, and just it's all over Twitter, it's all over Twitch. I see it all over the place. So, I mean, you're doing something right with that in that direction as well, with the emotes and everything.
Must be. Like I remember showing them all the concept of it, and like we all worked together to try and figure out what it was that we wanted. And then obviously I put out the first ones, and then now we've nearly filled out all the fucking slots we've got up to now. And then we're going to be working on a bunch of other stuff as well. I can't really mention it because they'll hear it. But I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff going on in the background. So they're going to be super duper pumped about that.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So I know you're mostly a Destiny player. How are you enjoying Beyond Light? What's your thoughts on it so far?
50-50. There's pros and cons to like pretty much the entire expansion. It's one of those where it feels a little thin again. But again, we have been burning through it. But again, it has been COVID. But then again, the player base has been getting better because they've had more time on the game over lockdown. There's all these things, and it's like reason for, reason against, blah blah blah. I personally am really enjoying it because I am fucking whore for the lore, like absolutely.
Oh yeah,
It is,
lore wise, story wise, this season.
Yeah,
takes
the
it.
lore's
It's
been
great.
absolutely spot on. And I can't fault them for it. The only problem is with obviously the smaller sandbox, there's not as much to do. I love the solo lost sectors and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, wait, what the? It keeps beeping at me.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, hold on. I'll close some stuff down. But no, yeah, it's been absolutely baller. Was it Chrome? It was Chrome. God damn it. Yeah, it went from 99% CPU because I've got it on my stream deck here. It went from 99 then where it was beeping and it's dropped all the way down to like 40 again. So that's good. But no, there's in terms of the solo lost sectors, they're bloody cool. The spoils for the raid are the best idea that they've come up with in a very long time.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
For
like,
sure.
It
I
just
would
takes so
farm
many
the
damn spoils to get anything, especially when you don't have anarchy. I feel like the 15 times I tried before should have counted. Just saying.
But you only play like PvP anyway, Hans.
No, I'm enlightened.
He's
bro.
enlightened. He's a
enlightened,
PvE
bro.
gamer. Yeah.
The title means nothing. I've watched your stream.
So wait, are you div bitch?
I'm div bitch, to be
No.
fair.
Condi is.
I'm proudly. I don't have Cloud Strike yet, so I'm Divinity bitch. I'm fine with it.
It took me like 30 odd runs of that to get the Cloud Strike.
I still don't
Oh,
have it. I need to get
Probably
it.
did.
it was-
It probably took me like 15. I got it.
It was bad. I was getting bullied by inside.
Yeah, I love that new raid. I think the raid's really cool.
Yeah.
I need to do it at some point.
Yeah.
Like me and my clan, like I don't know if you guys know, but we got 5th.
Yeah,
in the
we know.
world's
Yeah,
first
yeah.
race.
Yeah, we know.
And then what's it called? We're now working on like 2-man flawless and stuff like that. We're working on that. I think we're doing because I haven't done the 3-man yet. I got to the last boss and couldn't get the timing down. But a lot of the other members and all that have managed to figure it out, so they're going to be giving us a hand. Then we're going to do 3-man flawless, then 2-man, then attempt a 2-man flawless because we've figured out some pretty nice strats for getting that down. But it's getting onto it now, and obviously it's time consuming.
Yeah.
I've got everything else going on, so it's just a case of getting round to it.
For sure.
Very exciting though.
So, again, obviously, we know you're mostly a Destiny player. Do you have plans to dip into any other games in the next few months? Like, are you going to be playing Cyberpunk?
Not so much Cyberpunk, but in terms of other games, we played Hellblade.
I've played it, yeah.
For the
great
first
game.
time. So they had the Xbox trailer come out, earlier this year. That came out, and obviously the Hellblade trailer came out, and I was like, "Yo, that looks fucking sick." Same with the I can't remember what the name of the game was, but it was like where you've got the living world, and then on the flip side you've got like
Oh,
the
yeah,
other-
yeah.
like a
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
It's like an
looking
inverse.
thing. Yeah, it's like an inverse. I can't remember the name of it, but like that's one that really appeals to me. But yeah, Hellblade got shown there, the Hellblade 2 trailer, and I went, "Holy shit, what's this?" And then chat was like, "Wait, you haven't played Hellblade?" And I was like, "No." So one of my mods just straight up bought it there, and just
Such a
like,
good game.
Yeah, sent me it. And literally, we'd already done like an 8-hour Destiny stream, but I was like, fuck it, if we're going to play, how long does it take? And they were like, oh, it's like 10 hours, something like that for a full playthrough. And I was like, yeah, on hardest. And they were like, potentially. I was like, yeah, fuck it, thanks, go on. So we literally just whacked it on hardest difficulty, went in, and did it in like 10 hours. And that's where I met Hush, actually, because he was in chat when we did that. And then now I'm teaching him raids. So, yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty funny. But no, that's the main one. So like Hellblade, the one which is the flip side one. Chat's been asking me to do Doom Eternal because I haven't actually played it.
Okay, I haven't played it either. Yeah.
So they've been asking me to do that. We have done like The Last of Us and stuff like that in the past. So that's where the bottles versus bricks meme became a thing.
I remember watching you play Last of Us 1, and I think you were it was maybe you were doing melee only or whatever, but when you got into a fight, you put on
Doom soundtrack.
Yes, you put on the Doom soundtrack and just ran at people. Yeah,
well,
that was quite funny. I enjoyed
so
that.
That was called the Doom of Us. That was a specific run. That was
yeah.
play on right. So it was play on the hardest difficulty. You could not ignore combat or use stealth, and you had to engage with everything. And the Doom soundtrack had to be playing the whole way through.
Yeah.
It took us a long time. There was a bit where I can't remember what it was. I think it was a bloater came out of nowhere, and I jolted because I jumped so much and fucking did my shoulder in for like a week.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit. Like immediately it was like I was like, trying to walk away from this fucking bloater while I've got no ammo in any gun, and I'm there just like punching clickers, like, come on, please. And then like run out of shanks, and I'm like, oh, I've
Gamer
literally
injuries.
got to run. Yeah. So yeah, no, it was an absolute blast. I loved it. So much fun. But like it's mainly horror and story games. But the problem is, since Hellblade, like nothing's really gripped me. Like I look at it and I'm like, is it gonna be as good as Hellblade? No, I'm not fucking playing it. It's like ruined story games for me.
Yeah, for such a small.
Good. Like I cried at the end because, well, for multiple reasons. One was it was an emotional ending, like the realization and everything like that. But I also cried because it was finished and it was such a good game. I've never cried at a game for being over before. But with that, I was just like, that was literally the perfect game, and I'm gutted I'm never gonna have that experience again. So,
yeah.
Do you think that your community prefers seeing you branch out into other stuff, or do you think that you've like seen a better response when you stick to maining a title like Destiny?
It's 50-50. So
Okay.
like in terms of, because we still haven't fucking finished Avengers because I can't get past one level. Same with Dark Souls. We got to a bit. We were playing Dark Souls as well, Dark Souls 3, because I haven't finished that ever. I played all the others, just that one I never finished or never started. And then we got it, and we got it to like the bit after the dog bridge. If anyone's played it, you know what I'm on about. We got to that bit, and then you've got all the like the blue people. And that bit, I just can't beat it. So like we just put it on hold for a while. We were doing that just before Beyond Light came out. Thinking about that, that's only a couple of weeks ago. God damn it.
Feels like a long time because there's so much happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, so we've done all those. But like it's kind of a thing. It's like a short rush. I don't want to play something like too big that'll like take like loads of grinding or real big time investment into.
Like, yeah, you don't want to be overly invested into something else when you're so invested into Destiny.
Yeah, it's like Destiny's the main game, and then every now and again it's like, oh, okay, can I do this game in like one playthrough, or can I do like a large portion of the game in one run through, or this, that, and the other. And so it's basically a case of, oh, I'm bored of Destiny for the day, right? Okay, fuck it. Can we do? That was literally how Hellblade worked. It was like I've done everything at this point, and then it was like, oh, that's a game. How long does it take? 8 to 10 hours? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it all, and then just literally just went. So like stuff like that, we absolutely love. Same with Last of Us. It was just literally a case of, oh, okay, we'll do normal difficulty in one day, next difficulty in the other day, next difficulty the next day. Then we did the Doom run, and that took a couple of days. And then Last of Us 2 came out. So we were all really attached to Ellie and Joel and all that again. So when that came out, it was like, oh my God. Like it hit because it was like, it's literally yesterday we played the game. So there's like stuff like that we really enjoy doing, but there's no like, you know, it's just literally like little road trip to another game
Sure.
for like a weekend or a day or whatever, and then come straight back.
Do you see like a shift in like the numbers or engagement when you do other stuff? Like, do you draw in new people ever?
Yeah, it draws in new, but like obviously some people want to watch Destiny, so they'll go and do that. But like, if there's ever a bit of advice, I'd say is play what you want to play, not what draws numbers. Because yes, growth is a thing, but at the same time, if you're not having fun playing a game, then you're not going to be really into it. So then it's not going to let you have a genuine attachment with the people in your chat, and you're not going to, engage with it. It's not going to click. It's not going to do that.
And some of that
So-
emotion comes across in the camera too. I mean, like people can see if
Oh,
you're like
yeah.
really vibing with it.
People can see if you're faking it as well. Like,
Yeah.
don't think chat can't see.
Oh, yeah.
But like literally, it's like one of those. Like I literally say this to chat all the time. I'm like, oh, I want to play Destiny today, and they're like, oh no, play this. I'm like, no, I'm playing Destiny. Shut the fuck up.
I'm good.
Like, But then there's sometimes where they're like, oh, we want you to do this, like like flawless dungeon or something like that, or solo flawless dungeon, and I'm like, no, I want to go and fucking play, I want to go and play Dark Souls or something like that. And so at that point, you've just got to stand your ground and be like, I'm going to play what I want to play. And yeah, it may not have that stream have like these huge inflated numbers because obviously you're new to that title. People aren't
Yeah.
going to know you. You want to see that and go, oh, okay. Like, new names are going to show up from that community and they're going to experience other games with you. Don't worry about who's there for that specific game. You got to worry about who's there to watch you and who's there to interact with the rest of your community, because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you play a hype game, because if as soon as that hype dies, you're going to go straight back down. So just play what you want to play and fuck what everyone else thinks. And that goes for everything, like not just playing what you want to play. Do what you want to do and fuck everyone else.
I swear, kindred spirits right here. I'm telling you, this is great.
But that's just
100%.
it's I pretty much live by that. Like if someone doesn't like me, then they'll like someone else, and I don't have time to go around impressing people.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah.
I like what you're saying as well, with like take like a weekend to go and do like a little sort of side quest into another game kind of thing, which has been something I always try and do as well. Like maybe again on a Sunday I'll play something different and then go back to Destiny during the week. What I do think is funny is before I was a streamer, I was like, oh, I'm thinking about buying this game, but like I'll finish it in 8 hours. It's probably not worth it. Whereas now I'm like, this game's 100 hours. Like, no, I'm not buying this. Like, I can finish in 6 hours. Great. I'll play that. Like, that'll do me so much better. Just one stream, one and done. So much easier. I've missed out on a ton of games because I just, like, there's too much investment of time.
It's like Genshin. Like I've seen everyone getting like good numbers and shit on that, and I'm like, well, fuck numbers. It's literally just a number. If people that's why I don't really push for like followers or view counts or anything like that. The only reason I was like saying, oh, this would be cool if we hit 10K was because
It's a milestone. It's significant.
It's a milestone.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It would be cool. And then, so what's it called? In terms of that, that's the only time. And then partner as well. We were naturally getting them numbers up, so it wasn't too much of an issue. I was just like, I'll put it in the title just in case anyone that wants to help, they can do that. But at the same time, I don't have my viewer count on. I don't look at follow counts. I don't look at anything like that, because at the end of the day, that's just a number. It depends. It
can be a
people
psych
can-
out.
Yeah, if you're talking to chat and they're talking back, then yeah, that's fine. But at the same time, you could also have no one in chat, and as long as you're having a good time, just playing the game as you usually would, and like as long as you're just vibing, you'll be fine. Like, because the moment you start looking at viewer count and all that kind of shit, is the moment it goes downhill. It throws you off. If you're having a
100%.
bad stream, it affects your mood, and then from there your gameplay goes down, and then everything just hits rock bottom, and then you're like, yeah.
It used to give me like mad anxiety, and then Twitch actually implemented that you could switch it off, and it's been literally the best thing ever for me streaming. It seems something like so easy, like, not to look at it, but when it's physically built into the integration of a lot of things, especially like the bots and the actual homepage, thank God they actually switched that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Looking at viewer counts just going to mess with your head. You know, if you're if you have a dip, and you know, dips can happen for all kinds of different reasons. There's no point letting it affect your content and what you're doing. So, yeah, I think that's always good advice. If you know that looking at those numbers is going to bother you while you're live, then just turn it off. You know, 100%
But the
agree.
thing is, as well, on the flip side of that, if you're just chasing numbers, you're not building genuine connections with people.
Yeah.
And then you just become a clout chaser, and then it's just, it's a big yikes.
Yeah.
For me personally, anyway. Like I know, like if I was to look at that and like put on a persona and do all that kind of shit, it'd be like, you know, I wouldn't be able to vibe with my community the way I do.
But there's like so much work and effort that already goes into streaming that so many people do and don't appreciate behind the scenes. And then like you figure if you're then not bringing your true self to the forefront, then like you're creating this extra layer of work to just kind of create a personality that it's like you're only going to burn out faster, it feels like, if you're not
Yeah,
really being genuine.
100%.
Because one, cracks will show, both in terms of your quality and or in terms of like maintaining that persona. And then it's like, I mean, the amount of work that you are doing for your channel in terms of like creating artwork, in terms of like staying on top of community engagement, in terms of like running a Discord and having like, you know, responding to like Twitter and all that stuff, like that's a fuck ton of work, not to mention editing and other things. And like if you don't have, I mean, you know, really most streamers are just self-employed. They don't have a huge squad of people that like are on a payroll to like do shit for them, so like you're doing everything.
Yeah.
It's already taxing enough. I can't imagine not being your true self and like creating some other kind of facade that you have to keep up the whole time. That's gotta, you know, that's hard.
Yeah.
It is.
Not
I actually
even
hate
just
having
that.
a beard.
What?
Well, that's that sponsorship gone now.
Wow.
No, yeah, there's some that I'll like speak to on like, you know, like Twitter and stuff, and like I'll talk to them, and it feels weird when I interact with them, and then like a couple of months later it comes out that they've like, hold on, I had a bogey. It comes out that like they were like being like manipulative or anything like that behind the scenes, or being a snake or anything like that, and I'm like, I knew something was fucking off about you.
You could
And
just
then
tell, you know,
you
you don't have
can.
to, you could just, it's like your lizard brain is just like kicking in and you're like, I don't know about this person type of thing. You can just
Hot
tell.
thread material, let's go.
Sorry, I'm very distracted right now.
Don't help me.
I'll be right
For
back.
listeners at home that do not
2
have
minutes.
a visual component, an ass has entered the screen.
Wait, Humps has been here the whole time. All right, should we talk a little bit of Twitch news, because there's a couple little things that came out.
Like the community thing.
Yeah, well, there's that. Well, let's dive into that first then. Yeah. So I'll kind of read the information I have here. So Twitch is bringing out, or it seems like it's in the wild already, a new feature, which is called Boost This Stream. So it's a community challenge called Boost This Stream with a limited number. Well, right now it's going to be on a limited number of smaller channels. Communities can pool channel points to help streamers increase their visibility on Twitch. So to read on further what they tweeted, a boost places a stream in highly visible parts of Twitch so that more people can discover awesome up-and-coming streamers supported by their community. The challenge isn't always available, so be on the lookout for a notification in chat or check the channel points store. So to kind of give my understanding of it, it will be a random community challenge that will pop up. As you know, some people may have already tested it. You can set your own community challenges where your community can all sort of pool their channel points to hit a goal. And this one, it appears to be random. I believe it's active for 48 hours after it first comes out. And it looks like the channel points, the amount is going to be kind of, it's not a flat rate for everyone. It'll be based on your kind of metrics with whether that be average viewership or follower count. I don't really know. And it seems like if you hit that goal, they say it's a highly visible part of Twitch, but it looks like the front page, a section of the front page that you get your channel sort of boosted to. And there was some kind of stats. Again, Zach on Twitter here with all the information has kind of got some points here. So he caught a stream with 300 followers that averages 4 viewers, and the channel points goal was 16,600. And it looks like, similar to current community challenges, viewers can donate 2,000 points per stream as a kind of maximum. So then his kind of stats that he was looking at was for this particular channel over the last 7 days, they averaged 3 viewers with a peak of 10. But with the boost, on that day when the boost happened, they were averaging 22 viewers with a peak of 42. So obviously that's a significant jump up.
It's almost double.
Yeah, like it's...
And it also, it seems
huge.
like the other thing that's built in is they're telling you up front the amount of times they will promote it, i.e. the number of impressions. So in this instance, like he had a screen grab, which basically shows, you know, the 16,600 points needed. And then it also said that the stream would be promoted or get 1,900 impressions.
Yeah.
So once that many views had been attained via the front page, then presumably that's the metric by which they rotate it out and then rotate in other channels that have been boosted or, you know, leave room for others to be there. And I think once a month you can get it up to once a month.
Maximum of once a month, it said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen this yet? Has it popped up for any of you?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's popped up for me.
Well, on your channel?
Apparently it's the 7th. That's what I've heard. Apparently it's the 7th that it's actually going live.
It's rolling out. Because at the moment it looks like it's testing with just a small kind of portion of users.
As I'm aware, it's just been testing on like 1 or 2 channels. But then it's actually going live the 7th as far as
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is huge. I think this is really, really interesting because we all know Twitch has got a massive issue with discoverability, right? There's no algorithm. We've talked about this before.
I thought you were gonna say DMCA there.
Well, not this podcast.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do it this podcast.
No, we will. I have something to say. Just a small one.
God damn it.
Tradition.
Mark your bingo cards.
Even when this is all finished, we still need to talk about it.
Yeah, even if it's after the show, we just talk about DMCA. The thing that's interesting, I think, is that they've done this in the right way, because there's a lot of ways Twitch could have done this. It's kind of helping to boost this discoverability, which again we all know is an issue. And I hadn't thought of this. I mean, this is not something I think I would have ever come up with as a solution. So I think it's quite good. And also, I think the big thing is that this is not tied to money in any way, right? Twitch isn't saying, hey,
absolutely.
Hit a level 5 hype train and then we'll boost your stream, right? They could have done that, but they chose to make it channel points. Well, yeah, I mean, we know. Again, I'm still convinced that Amazon are really pressuring Twitch to make money right now, which is why we saw the whole test with mid-roll ads. That's why they added in these celebrations. Clearly, Twitch is trying to monetize hard right now. So I think, honestly, and I mean, yeah, I guess you could still argue that, you know, people are then going to be trying to save channel points, which means they're watching more ads. Maybe that helps them in some way. But I still think Twitch did this in the right way. And more to the point,
and indirectly, I got a thought after that. Kind of go ahead.
Yeah, all I was going to say was it's what's interesting about it is community based. So it almost means more when you actually hit that goal of like, hey, we got the boost, everybody was a part of it. It's a big kind of almost community building moment.
Sure,
which is really interesting.
So I mean, the other thing too is it is indirectly a revenue generator, because if you think about it this way, people can like go to their subs page and say, okay, I've got anywhere from 1 to however many subs people have on average. Like I think I've got like 3 or 4 at present. But you figure the more that they can get communities which maybe don't have the current outreach that they deserve, but they can get them onto the front page and get them in front of other viewers, the potential for like interaction, be it donations, bits, or I mean, let's be honest, if you're seeing a channel for the first time, a lot of people will, you know, maybe like drop bits as like a friendly, like, oh, I like what you're doing. Maybe not donos, but like those aren't even going through Twitch anyway. But like if
Yeah,
anyone drops a sub or gifts a sub, because then let's say you had a community where you're doing the promo thing, you're trying to get people excited, people come in, they chip in their channel points, which again is no cost to them. They get the channel promoted to the front page, you guys celebrate, maybe you do hit a hype train, and maybe that's when the subs come in, maybe that's when the bits roll out. So it's like I actually think that this is a win-win, because if they are trying to push for more monetization to like make the platform profitable for themselves, I actually think that this is going to be making them money. It's just going to be making them money indirectly, and because
Yeah.
communities will want to celebrate. You know, if you hit the front page and I'm modding for you and I'm in your chat, like, dude, I'm going to give some fucking subs. Like, I'm going to be excited, because then if we have new viewers in and engagement is high, you know, you see a lot of people, especially people who care a lot about a particular like content creator, if they see viewers in chat that have never been there before, but they really seem to click and vibe and have a good time with the community that's there, that those are the people that often get a sub gifted to them, you know. And so when you have that, you're riding that wave of goodwill and fun times. I think that actually this will bring in money for the platform.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that. Right. I don't know if you guys seen the other day. My chat went fucking nuts. I don't know if
Yeah, I
you've
saw
seen
your
it.
video.
Yeah.
No, the day after.
I saw stuff on Twitter. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the day before, I posted the video up, the Subpocalypse one, which was, I was fucking like, what the fuck's going on? We hit 161 on the sub train. The next day, we got to about 450, and then
Holy shit.
I said, if we keep this going till the end of stream, which was another hour and a half after that 450, I said, I'll figure out something else to do, as a like kind of thank you if we can keep it going for the next hour and a half. And they fucking did it. We finished on 500. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah, I saw that. Crazy.
that blew my fucking mind. I was like, oh, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, but you're totally right as well, Grog. Is that they're definitely, it's definitely a source of income, because it kind of again builds that community spirit. You've all come together to hit a goal, and people are going to want to celebrate that. I just like that they did it in that way, where it's a bit more indirect than
I think
directly.
it's the only way they could have rolled it out.
Yeah.
With having goodwill with the community, because if they did it any other way but
if they
that,
did it monetized straight off the bat, everyone would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but if they do channel points and then add a feature, if you hit a certain level of a hype train, you go on for the remainder of the train, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty pog.
I'll be interested to see where they actually feature that on the front page though. Because I don't know if you've actually looked at the front page lately, but if you scroll down like the majority of the page, you get to a section where it's like there's some smaller communities, and I feel like it might be buried in a certain section of the front page where it might not matter as much as like if they promote it in the correct way. Like if it's literally, you know how you've got the spindle at the front where you've got is it 5 partners like on
Yeah,
rotation?
yeah.
It would be good to see it right underneath that.
it is. It's
Right,
it's
okay,
right
that's
under the
fine.
carousel. So like there's the carousel at the top that if you just go to Twitch TV, you've got that stuff there. And then directly the row underneath where it says recommended live channels, it will be right there
And
in that row. And there'll be a little icon in like the lower corner with like a little rocket ship that'll have like a tag that says promoted. So it'll very clearly label the fact that you've been promoted by the platform. And it's, I mean, it's not going to be in the carousel, but it's literally the next thing down. You can't miss it.
I'm curious how it'll work though, like in terms of, you know, obviously you've got that community goal, which you see, because I ran one just to test it out when it became a new feature, and it will pop up at the top, like to say, hey, we're 50% complete or whatever. Do you think when you hit 100, it automatically then boosts you there and then, or does that then put you in a queue to be boosted next stream? Because I'm just imagining like you're wrapping up your stream, you know, you if you're cat, you've streamed for like 18 hours,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, I'm gonna you know, go sleep now, and then it's like bam, you hit the goal, you get the boost. does that happen, you know, instantly? I'm curious kind of how that's
I
worked
mean,
out.
I get the feeling that she'd just
Yeah,
power
now
through
you
anyway and do
mention
another
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
20 hours.
I'd do another one. Like, I don't know if you guys seen Seraph Towers when we did that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 64-hour stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That just
yeah.
gives me anxiety.
It was fucking crazy, my guy. Well, it was 67-hour stream, but I had an hour nap over the 3 days. So like I'd do like full day, hour, so like full day, hour nap, full day, hour nap, and then like full day, and then just like I think I got 2 hours on the second day because we did a sleepover. It was basically I just pulled a camper bed, and literally was just like, right, okay, you guys use my chat as LFG, join on each other. I will leave my character in there on an AFK macro, and just you guys can just keep matchmaking because we had a lobby going.
Mhm.
So I was like, you guys just keep it going, and we got like everyone in my lobby to like 400 clears of Seraph
Oh
Towers
shit.
each. So like, because like Chevy was the only person above us. Everyone else that was on the top 10 of clears was basically in my chat. And then there was a couple of us as well, and it was like every multiple of 5 had at least like 1 or 2 people in that were in my chat because we'd just been shitting them out. It's crazy. I love that kind of shit, like corridors and the ARG that went on not long ago.
Yeah.
For the law, all that kind of shit, I absolutely love. So
Yeah, that's
Condi,
crazy.
just to kind of answer your question, I imagine it's how many people's in the queue. So if you can imagine, there's what, thousands and thousands of streamers on Twitch. Let's assume 1,000 people every hour make that community goal. I imagine it would just go straight into like a queue system.
Yeah.
But you might have that potential where, like you say, you're wrapping up your stream, boom, you're on the front page, and you're like, shit, I don't really want to leave right now.
I think there's a good chance that you might be able to get up there sooner than you'd think, because if we have metrics for by one example that was posted on Twitter that Connie mentioned before, and we know that the point goal is going to differ depending on the size of your community, but what we don't know yet is whether or not the number of impressions changes. So if it's a bigger goal for like a bigger community, do they get less impressions or do they get more impressions, or how that works? But even so, like 1,900 impressions is not a ton. I mean, it's a lot to boost the channel, because obviously they basically doubled their average viewership, and their engagement for that channel was double as a result. So obviously it's a good thing. But like, you figure if it's on the front page, 1,900, I mean, that can go by fast.
Yeah.
I mean, like, think about how many people are using the platform every hour. I have a feeling that these things are going to be up there, and then they're going to like rotate back out without taking a lot of time to do so, to actually hit that goal.
Well, that's maybe a point, is if you've got a set amount of impressions, maybe if it does hit at the end of the stream and you get, say, 100 impressions and you end your stream, but you've still got however many banked, you've still got another 2,000 impressions banked, you'll just automatically be on the front page until they're all used up, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it depends, obviously, how many people are already on the page, and it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward, once it's actually out in the wild, which again looks like tomorrow. It'll be really interesting to see how that all shakes out. I haven't, like I say, I've not been in any channels where it's popped up yet, and it's not happened in my stream, so we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But hopefully it happens to at least one of us, so we can talk about it in more detail and see what happens.
If it happens, I'll let you know, because as far as I'm aware, I've told my lot to keep hold of their
Save their
channel points,
points.
and then as soon as it goes live, just test it out just to see how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they've still done the bloody Motherlands all over the place, but yeah.
I was thinking about turning off all the rest of my channel point things. Be like, no.
Yeah.
I want you to dab on command, all right? So you take that away, I'm going to come to your house and activate it myself.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to do that, kind of. You just don't redeem them. But you already don't do that anyway. Because the thing is, like, if you look at your redemptions list, it's usually like 5 days or weeks worth of redemptions. But the thing is, those points actually aren't leaving their bank accounts like until you click off that you've done it, and you never click off that you do them. So really, you're doing this all for free.
I do that. I go in and I'm like, oh my god, Condi still didn't clear this.
It's not. I told it was Mod's job. It's not my job.
You never said that.
It was implied. Anyway, any more thoughts on that one, or do we want to jump on to the other one?
Yeah,
Well,
I think
actually,
the other one, I'm interested.
So, well, quickly, real quick, to just do our briefly, DMCA segment of the week. Are you guys aware of the big Fortnite event that just happened, the Galactus live event?
Yes.
No. So, again, I don't play Fortnite, even though apparently it is my second most streamed game. But they run these big live events. Obviously, it is a big deal. A lot of people watch them. And a bunch of streamers that I watch were just hopping into Fortnite to see the event. And the live event in Fortnite used a track from AC/DC in the live event, which got caught on a bunch of people's streams. So Twitch support actually tweeted out saying, hey, if you watch this, you might want to consider deleting your VOD and clips. And I watched Tim the Tatman's VOD, and he was, during the event, muting the game, so there was no game audio at all while the music was playing because Epic Games decided to put an AC/DC track in there. And I just thought that was worth mentioning because that is quite funny.
That's pretty amazing.
So, because they know these
Get our
live
one
events are a
DMCA
big
for
deal.
the stream.
Yeah. But I just thought it was fun. So the other sort of big, it's not as big, I guess, but Twitch is launching another new feature.
She said.
Which at the moment, again, it's still just some users. It's a small test. They said, we're running an experiment that will display a starting soon shelf on the following page. The new shelf will use schedule data to show channels you follow that are about to go live. So my understanding is when you go to Twitch and you hit your following page, there will be a part at the top which shows all the channels that are scheduled to go live soon. Which again will be based on the sort of schedule module of Twitch, where you can type in what you generally stream. I don't know how long before a stream goes live that it will pop up. I don't really know too many of the details. Do any of you guys use that schedule part of Twitch at all?
I do currently. I put in blocks, but I don't put what game. Like, I'm not rigid enough right now to know exactly, like, Monday I'm going to be playing this, Tuesday I'm playing that, Wednesday I'm playing this. So what I do is I just put my block of time, and I just do it under the category of games and demos. Because, like, for anyone who hasn't browsed at channel schedules or even bothered to make one for themselves, really, it just, all that it asks of you is what your anticipated start time is, what your anticipated end time is, and what directory are you going to be broadcasting in. But the thing is, for me, I know that people bounce around. Like, they might start in just chatting or start with a game, and then maybe, like, vice versa, like, move between the two, and they don't really know when that's going to happen. It just is going to have to depend on, like, how the chat's flowing, and maybe something happens, like, or maybe, like, a friend, DMs you and you're like, hey, do you want to, like, do this other game instead? And you're like, yeah, sure. So I feel weird about putting in exactly what I'm doing because I'm just not that rigid a person. So I just put the whole block of time, and I do it under the games demos category because I leave it vague. But it is kind of nice because, I mean, when you have done them, if you actually go and look at your schedule, like, at present, if you've set one up and you did do it under, like, an anomalous category, if I go back there now, it'll show when I actually started and when I actually stopped and what directories I was in. So if somebody was to swing by your channel and they click on schedules and it's, say, the end of the week, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they can actually see, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this person was, like, streaming these games during these hours. So it's, and that will happen, I think, even without you plugging in or blocking out your time. So it's interesting. I don't know that it's going to be like a earth shaker,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But it's
curious
nice.
what their kind of thoughts are onto it, because, I mean, I know a lot of streamers will run their own sort of starting soon screens, before stream starts. I personally don't
How long
use.
do you guys do yours for, by the way? Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Like,
mine is like
3 minutes.
Mine is way too long. Mine's like 10 minutes. I need
Condi's
to
is
cut
way
it
too
down.
long. I keep
So
trying to
wait,
keep it under
do you
7.
have one that plays from start to finish, or do you not just have one that you?
So I I have like just a video source that runs, and it will run a couple of songs with just like chat on screen, and then it goes into like a little intro montage video thing, and then it cuts to the actual live. So the whole thing's about 10 minutes. I need to cut it down. I think it's way too long, but yeah, that's what I have currently.
Because what I've got that seems to work quite nicely. I know it's not like it doesn't have a strict like actually start thing. Sorry, I needed to put my phone on charge. It was a case of I will put on a screen that just says starting soon, has what's playing in the corner, and I just let my music play as I usually do. I just do that, and then while that's doing that, I will, if I need to grab a drink, I'll do that. If I need to do a going live post, which I do all that then. Make sure I do it on pretty much every social media that I do. And then literally just leave it, and then I've got a screen which is a countdown from 10, and then the 3D logo, and then I go from that into intermission. But I leave that going for just as long as I need to. And if I'm gonna be a while, I just turn around to chat and I'm like, "Yo guys, I'm just doing this. Keep each other entertained for a minute." And they're like, "Hi." So then, yeah, that's pretty much how that plays out. But that's yesterday's one was like what, maybe 20 minutes on the starting screen. So
yeah.
Usually do about 5, and kind of the same thing. I just use that window to like just do, I do my mic and audio checks and make sure the overlays are working and my stream deck's working like before I hit starting soon. But I hit starting soon, it's like, all right, do I need anything else? Snacks? Am I good? Drinks? All right. Did I run the dogs out real quick? And then yeah, it usually ends up being around 5. But I know some people like, Condi, you've got that video it's like a channel trailer before there were channel trailers.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut mine a little bit. I know like starting soon screens are a kind of debated topic. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people do. I always think a starting soon is good because it just allows people time to just sort of jump in. And I don't know about you guys, if I have any kind of news or announcements of things, I want to do it at the top of the stream when people are just there and engaged and ready for, ready to kind of watch for a while.
I'd rather not announce it before everyone's there.
Right, because you're repeating yourself 20 times if you just go live without any warning. I don't know. And I personally as well, I always run.
I'm the exact same as you though.
Yeah, like, I run ads. I run like 3 minutes of ads the second I go live, because I'm like, well, nobody's missing anything because we're just not starting soon, and it turns off the pre-rolls for half an hour. So then it's like you've got the first half an hour of your actual broadcast is away, like there's no pre-rolls. So that's kind of my thing. But I just
usually just chatting.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting feature by Twitch. I don't know if it's something that people have really been asking for, but I guess it's kind of cool if you're, the sort of person that does have a set schedule, which I do not. Might help with, pulling people in at the start of a stream, and helps to establish that schedule a little bit more.
I think for me, a starting soon thing is like kind of critical, because like it means that I've now committed to like doing this. Like as someone who's a procrastinator and like who is anxiety prone, if I don't actually hit starting soon, I'll figure out a way to put it off. But once I've actually clicked that I'm live and the screen is there, I'm committed. And then I feel guilty if like I can't back out. Like it forces me to hold myself to account. And pretty much like I know like, oh well, any more than 5 minutes for me, I know that I'm going to start to feel like anxious about it. So that's my window to just kind of like tick all the last boxes and get ready to go.
Sure.
But yeah, in regards to that starting thing, the way that they're gonna do it, like I know personally, like I used to be on a schedule. It did help give a sense of like normality, and you can turn up at this time and I'll be starting, and then at this time I'll be like kind of finishing or not, depends what I'm doing. But like I don't know, recently over the past few weeks I've kind of seen it as starting at a certain point and ending at a certain point works for a bit while you're building your community and stuff like that, because it gives them a time where they can get to know you, you can all do that kind of stuff. And then after a certain time, it just kind of, for me personally, it reached same old, same old. It was very shifty, as in like you start now, you end there, you know. Yeah. But no, like recently, over the past few weeks, I've said, fuck the schedule. I will go live when I go live. You guys just have the bell on.
Yeah.
And honestly, it has been so much more freeing because, like, back then when we were like, building the community and everything, then yeah, it was very. It's helped do that, and then the hard work of that sticking to that shift kind of schedule has now, like, the stress and keeping to it and powering through all that hard work has now allowed me to kind of ease off a little bit on how hard I was with that, because it was like, if I wasn't there then, I was like going on like fucking big anxiety, like if I wasn't there bang on the dot. And then now it's just like, okay, guys, what time is it? It's 11 at night. Fuck it, let's go live. Like, like, or it's like, it's 7 in the morning. Let's go. It's fucking 2 in the afternoon. Let's go. Because I'm pretty much on every day, so they can expect that I will be there. It's just a case of just waiting for that thing, and it doesn't matter if they show up or not, because I'll have the VODs there that they can come and watch, or they can ask on Twitter or in the Discord, what did Kat get up to, or what did you get up to me personally, and I'll just fill them in and be like, yo, this happened, blah 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 blah, blah. And yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
for sure. I can't stick to a schedule. I get you there as well. And sometimes, you just need to be in the right headspace before going live. So having that freedom to do it, yeah, that's huge. Absolutely. Do we have anything else, or do we think it's about time to wrap us up here?
I think we hit all of the topics we had planned.
Yeah, I think so. Well, since Cyber's not here, Grog.
Cyber already left us.
I know. Cyber's here. He's back.
Cyber already called it. He's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave.
Sorry, the child woke up.
Okay, right. Cyber, where can everyone find you and what you got coming
Talking
up
about his ferret.
this week?
You leave my ferret out of this, right? You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The Cyber Project. I will be streaming on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Probably going to be talk of this week. I just can't get enough of that game lately.
Boo. Play D2 with me. Boo.
I mean, I could.
You've been playing Apex. Shut up. I've been playing Destiny. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
I also need to figure out how to break it to my boss that I am leaving. So that's going to be fun.
I recommend using words.
I'm
at the end of that,
Semaphore
spread of
flags.
words. Yeah.
No.
Interpretive dance. Interpretive dance.
No.
That's my vote.
I'm gonna get on the plane.
Ooh, yeah.
No,
like
no,
a Sia video.
No. I'm gonna get on the plane, and then when he can't contact me, then there we go. I'm done.
I guess that's an option.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do this.
You're gonna break up with your work by just leaving, by ghosting your work.
I mean, I could text them.
Are you gonna let them down easy over text? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not you, it's me.
I am tempted to put in the letter. It's not you, it's me.
All right, Grog, where can everyone find you and what you got coming up?
So folks can find me on Twitch at Grog Mode, so twitch.tv/Grog Mode, and all other platforms on gamer_Grog. I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Thursday, usually like 6-7 hours or so. This week is going to be fucking nutty. We're going to be hitting Cyberpunk hard, but also I've got plans to play, as long as they're still open, we're going to play Apex together, Condi and I, on Monday.
Yeah.
And was that an excited yeah or like a oh yeah?
No, that was excited. I was excited.
Okay,
I'm
good,
excited.
good. Yeah, so gonna do a little Apex this week. Gonna do Cyberpunk this week. Gonna definitely be still doing like Warzone and stuff as per usual. And then my wife and I, you can see her in chat. Arcade Riot. We do a stream on Sundays. Sorry, not Sundays. Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. We do kind of like narrative story based streaming, and it's really fun. And we just kind of vibe off each other. So. Yeah, check us out there.
Nice. Kibbles, same for you.
Yeah, you can find me at the Mighty Kibbles on everything except for Twitter. It's the Mighty Kibbles because character limits. This week I'm going to be playing more Pokemon White Nuzlocke Randomizer, and it's been kicking the crap out of me. We're going to finish Danganronpa, so because I do finish games.
Uh-huh.
I touched on this earlier.
Still haven't seen it.
I have a command in my chat that'll show what games I finished. Yeah,
That's when you know you've got a problem.
no, it's everybody else that has a problem. But yeah, I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bam.
Cool.
Damn.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're making some new videos.
Humps.
Yes, Condi. Oh, hey.
The old man fell asleep there. He was like,
Nah, the old thing. Sir Humps. You can find me on the places where there's Sir Humps. Add an underscore if you feel like going on the Twitter. Everywhere else, it's just Sir Humps. Try to stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. You be on Destiny Monday. So Cyber, I got you since we got the losers over there playing Apex. But I got you.
well, you can carry me through the raid. How about that?
Cat does that kind of stuff. I'll be in comp.
I won't.
All right, cool. And Kat, our special guest, where can everyone find you, and what do you want to plug?
Literally any platform. OBKatieKat. So you got like Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram's there, but I don't really use it that much. That's just kind of stuff that gets posted to Twitter and that. But yeah, no, my Twitter is basically going live posts, fucking hot takes that I don't care what people think about. Shit
Boobs.
posting, boobs, ass, and Destiny shit. My Twitter is pretty much always live. Twitch, sorry, is pretty much always live. My YouTube is full of basically like meme compilations from streams, and also if we do anything momentous, so like 3-mans, the world's first races that we do, all that kind of stuff, that goes on. But no, yeah, I will be live in like maybe an hour and a half.
Whenever you fucking feel like it, there's no schedule.
Yeah, it's literally just the case of as long as notifications are on and you're up to date, it's fucking, Bob's your uncle. Like, let's go, fucking go. So, I think we're doing, well, I've got to sort out giveaways, because every 50 subs on a sub train, I do a giveaway of either Beyond Light Deluxe Edition sneak or some merch. And after that sub train the other day, oh boy, I've got like 17 giveaways to do. So that's gonna be fun. But no, so apart from that, I pretty much just gotta get something to eat, and get a little bit of editing done, and then pretty much gonna be going live straight away.
Awesome. Cool. Well, guys, make sure you drop a follow if you haven't already. My name's Condyfly. You can find me everywhere, Condyfly. We uploaded the first part of our 2 Truths and a Lie video to YouTube, so the second part is going to be coming up soon, which will be fun. Yeah, this week for me will just be Apex and Destiny probably. Still sad the Trials is not back for a while, but we'll find something to do, I'm sure. Cyber, I'm down to help you raid if you want. I'll be raiding on Tuesday. I'll be raiding on Tuesday anyway, so we can make it happen.
I'll raid with
That's
you
fine.
Monday.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you just wait in orbit.
I'm gonna raid with you on Monday.
Why is mommy and daddy fighting? I don't like it.
But more importantly, if you are listening to the podcast on any of the audio platforms, come and swing by the Twitch stream. It's a lot of fun. Twitch.tv/ZeroStrategyPodcast. And if you're watching it on stream, we also upload all our old episodes to Spotify and YouTube. If you're interested in catching up on previous ones, definitely go and check that out. Again, big thanks to Kat for being the guest today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are going to go raid someone.
I was literally typing back to Daily there saying, oh no, fucking my pleasure. And you guys have said that at the same time. I'm like, all right, okay, well, you guys, thank you for having me. And you guys in chat, thank you for, having me as well. I know I haven't really spoken to chat, which is probably weird for them. But no, they're all chilling. I'm just watching them all. They're all cute. They're all cute.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go raid someone, so please do stick around for that, so we can go and spam somebody with some love. We will see you guys next week. Take it easy, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.